Hey guys, welcome back to Pro Gun. A lot of people ask me, what is the best weapon to use for home defense? Well, it's not that cut and dry, but what we're going to do is we're going to compare the shotgun to the AR-15 to the pistol. And if you're new to firearms and you're thinking about getting a gun for home defense, maybe this can help answer some of your questions. If you already have a gun for home defense, I'd really like to know what you use and what your thoughts are. So please leave your comments. So let's start off with the shotgun. And we'll give you the pros and cons of all of these because they all do have pros and cons. So we start with the shotgun. And the pros of the shotgun are that they're fairly affordable. You can get a decent quality shotgun for about $300. Nothing says, get the hell out of my house, like the sound of a shotgun being racked. Okay? They really throw a lot of lead. Typically in home defense, you would use 00 buck. And a 00 buck shell contains 8 pellets that are pretty similar to the diameter of a .38 caliber bullet. So that's a lot of lead coming out of there. And some of the drawbacks to the shotgun are that depending on the barrel length, can be hard to maneuver in tight spaces, and the recoil can be pretty harsh, especially for follow-up shots, and they can be heavy. But if that's all you have, this will definitely do the job. And the other disadvantage is the over-penetration. Besides the serious damage that you're going to do to your home, you're also going to need somebody to clean up all the blood and guts that are going to be left all over the place. But this will definitely do the job if that's all you have. Next, we'll go on to the AR-15. Thing I like about the AR-15 is it's fairly light. It's about 7 pounds. If you have a 16-inch barrel, it's fairly maneuverable, even in tight spots. It's very easy to shoot, and there's very little recoil. This 5.56, the recoil isn't really much more than a .22 caliber rifle. It's very easy to shoot accurately because you can stabilize it against your shoulder, and it's got the long sight radius. You can also add rails to it and mount flashlights or lasers. I like the magazine capacity. 30 rounds is plenty of firepower. And with the 5.56 shells, this is definitely going to take out your intruder. And you do not have to worry about over-penetration because the 55 grain full metal jacket disintegrates as soon as it hits the target, and it loses a lot of velocity once it leaves the muzzle. The only cons about the AR-15 is that they can be kind of pricey. A good quality AR-15 is going to probably cost you about $700. This is the Smith & Wesson M&P Sport 2. This is a great AR-15. And if I had to say what the cons are, probably the only drawback to the AR-15 is that at home in the dark, the muzzle flash can be blinding, but that's just the trade-off. It's also not that easy to conceal or to store, but I feel that this is the ultimate home defense weapon for the main reason of magazine capacity, and it's a great round for stopping a threat. The third option is the pistol, and yes, this is loaded because I'm carrying it. The advantages of the pistol, and the reason I say pistol and not revolver, is because of the magazine capacity on the pistol is much higher than the revolver. That's why we chose that. Okay, but the major advantages of the pistol are that they're fairly cheap. You can get a pistol from $200 all the way up to the sky's the limit. However, I wouldn't recommend you go out and buy the cheapest one you can afford. As far as caliber goes, if you are going to use a pistol, I would recommend at least 9mm. I use 45 ACP or 10mm, but 9mm will certainly do the job. The disadvantage is because of the shorter sight radius, under duress in the dark, with your hands shaking, it's not as easy to shoot as accurately as the AR-15 would be. It's also portable, so you can carry this around, you can conceal it. If you get a knock on the door at 3 o'clock in the morning from law enforcement, they may be telling people that they're looking for an escaped criminal. You definitely don't want to be opening the door with a AR-15 or a shotgun in your hand. At least with a pistol, you can hide it behind your back. And they're fairly reliable, okay? Like I said, whatever one you have is the best weapon to have, but more importantly, it's whatever you feel comfortable with or whatever you shoot best. Another thing about the pistol is that if you're going to use a pistol for home defense, you definitely want to use hollow point ammunition so that you don't have overpenetration. So that's my comparison of the three. You can't go wrong with either of them. There is no right or wrong one. And even though the AR-15 is the best option, in my opinion, I still use the pistol because it's just a lot easier to keep a pistol on a nightstand than an AR-15. But that's just me. So I'd really like to know what you're using for home defense and what your thoughts and opinions are. And if you're new to firearms and you're thinking about getting one for home defense, maybe you can take these into consideration. It'll help you make your decision. Thank you for watching.